It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day, and it's day 2 of my attempt to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. So, didn't take as long as I thought it would, but I got all the crap cleaned out under Big Ugly. Look at that. And I don't see any improvement, really. But I'm learning, I'm going to learn to. One of the things that frustrates me about this, other than the fact that it is ugly, is this mow curb. You know, if I could demo this mow curb, I would be extremely happy, and I feel like I could do a lot more. But as long as we have a lawn in here, that mow curb needs to stay, and it makes sense with a lawn. Also, in my machinations around here, I found a giant palm stump, a good 2 feet in diameter. There is a hole almost as much as you see all of these air roots. There's about that much polyline running all over under here too. But until Greg gets that capped at the source, there's not much I can do about it. You had the best idea, and you inspired me to do this today with your suggestion of maybe tucking some bromeliads in under here, limbing Big Ugly up a little bit and planting some bromeliads. And yeah, right? That's going to be pretty. So that will happen. Hannah finished up a little job in La Jolla yesterday and brought Mommy some leftovers. So there's some pot rock rubble in here and some lava rubble in here, because I was also thinking, in my attempt to do this with what I have on hand, top dressing is going to be an issue. I have some bagged top dressing from the backyard project, and it is a total hodgepodge. And where I'm not opposed at all to creating my own blend, I don't want to do, a Kriva or a La Paz tiny. I don't want to do tiny out here, because after just what little we did yesterday and how good it looks, I think there is going to be quite a bit of zero space in here. I'm not going to plant this as densely as I had originally thought that I would need to. So I want a little larger rock. So we'll have to see about that. I also loved your guys' idea of putting the little potted cactus next to the downspout for a little smoke and mirror action. Love that. So that's done. And I also forgot that we want to put a fountain out here. We have electrical, and it would just be a shame not to. So Greg's office is right here. Obviously, this is our front entry. This is the only area in our yard that gets any consistent shade at all. And the sound of a little waterfall going out here, I think or a fountain is going to be, it makes sense and it's exciting. So I need, a decent amount of space right there for that. So let's get back to work, shall we? I pulled a few more plants from around the side that were left over from the backyard project. And I think what I would like to do is start with the millii. This is the only millii I have left. And I don't know, how good it's going to do out here. But we'll see together, won't we? Boy, this is dry as a bone. Yikes. Okay, so I'm going to plant it just a little bit behind this Petalanthus macrocarpus. And I don't want to go too wacky with the root ball on this, because I feel like it's already stressed really badly, and it's not like I can't dig through this topsoil. Again, folks were asking, okay, wait, before I say what you were asking, this is why I like to push dirt away from the sides of a plant. Look at all that space between the two plants. Yuck. If I can crack off back off that side dirt and get this pressed up tighter, that is just a better look. I like that a lot better. And I know some of you are like, Laura, why are you planting your plants so close together? You're not allowing room for them to grow, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I like the look of the knit together mosaic kind of vibe in a tapestry garden. And I'm not afraid to get in here with my clippers whenever I need to and do whatever it is I need to do to keep it looking the way it needs to look. So if you want to come around here, Greg, so they can see behind, by planting that milii right here, I have created almost a vertical drop. See that? So I'm going to take one of my precious pot rocks, I have so few left, and I'm going to make a little retention right here. So I'm going to dig it out. See that? So I've popped this in, you know, right up against the root ball of that milii to create a little retaining wall. And then I can backfill. And that's how I can get away with these really dramatic mounds. And then I can take pieces of rubble or, you know, just piece it together to keep whatever top dressing I used from sliding down the hill. All right, that's good. Now, let's see, for this spot right next to the milii, I'm going to do an undulata and an ovata combo. The ovata tends to get a little bigger, a little faster than the ungi does. So I'll stick this one in the back. So that one will go slightly behind. So I don't have a straight line here of ovata. It's starting to turn, which is what I want. Okay, and then my ungi will go right here. Right in front, basically, of the macrocarpus and the ovata. Okay. And I also want to sink it a little deeper so it's a little lower. I want to give this plant a little leg up, if you will. So I always want it to stay higher than the ungi. So I can assist that process by sinking it a little bit lower to start. And I want to get it up tight, close to that macrocarpus too, because I just don't like a lot of gaps in my installations. I had a really sweet comment from one of you on yesterday's video. You thought that this soil was a little dark. And you were concerned about the color of the soil. And it's so cute. Clearly a newer follower who doesn't know that is just like it's sacrilege. It is succulent design sacrilege to just leave dirt exposed, isn't it? So, gentle viewer, no worries. This dark dirt is not going to show when I'm done. Okay. How we doing? I think we're doing all right. Now, before I get going further over here, I'm going to plant my little barrel cactus right here in front of this pot rock. Boy, that's really root bound in here too. Okay. Remember to always tip your barrel slightly because we want to see that cute little yellow center, don't we? Yeah. Okay, now I need to take just a moment. Keep rolling though. I need to take just a moment to see what's going on. All right. All right. I think that I need to come down lower with that barrel for starters. It's going to be better down here. Yeah, it needs to be more in front. It's just hard to see from that perspective where I was working before. Is that better? Greg. Come on now, Greg. You've got a great eye. Okay. And remember, when you are working with your succulents and you're doing your installation and you're planting and you get stuck and you just don't have any idea what to do next because you're feeling like, wow, you know, that's a lot of plants and I need a break, or rather I should say the landscape needs a break. I don't know what to plant. When in doubt, add a rock. So that's what I'm thinking, to break this up just a little bit over here. Oh no, but I almost don't have any rocks. Well, I have a couple. Ugh, I'm not gonna have enough, but I will have enough for today. So I'm gonna take this rock and let's see how do I want to angle it? We've got this neat little thing going like this. The apex is that macrocarpus. And yeah, I don't want to plant anything that's going to overwhelm the fountain, obviously, either. Okay. All right, if you want to come around here so they can see this. Pop this in right there. Now, what I have effectively done is broken it up just a little bit. And yeah, that feels really, really good. Wow. All right, now I'm going to come down the front. I might have to move that cactus again. Okay. I am absolutely not here for all of these aloe roots. What do all these aloe roots remind you of? Hint. Okay. Maybe that's why I have such a violent reaction to Big Ugly's roots all over the ground, is it just reminds me of this. I don't know. We won't unpack that today. Okay, so here's my little aloe next to my ungi. Okay, and cactus. You know what they say, third time's a charm. I got a little ambitious. I shouldn't have planted this yet. I should have waited. Okay, because what I want to do is pull in some softer stuff right here. What are these? They're not labeled. They're not Fred Ives. I think they're a graptopetalum of some kind. But as I'm getting lower, you know, in my installation, I am looking to do softer, lower profile plants. These really took a beating in the heat wave too, and they don't look great. But boy, this particular plant is quite the leaf propagator. Look at that. Look at that. Just laying there, just growing plants like a boss. Come here, little leaf. Put you down here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to plant these real tightly together. And I'm hoping that as the weather cools down, that this plant will really explode with growth. Because if it doesn't, it's coming out. It's a little scrubby, but I got to work with what I got. Okay, and now I have this moon stone that I can put, yep, perfect. Okay, see how, it's a little linear right through there. It's a little straight. I need to puff that out a little on the side. So I will use this plant. Right here. And I hope I have proven my point about mounding and adding soil. Not just because it's great to create interest, but look I haven't had to use my multi-tool, a trowel, a shovel, nothing. I've been able to dig with my bare hands, and gosh, that just feels great. Okay. All right. There's our moonstone. Let's step back and look at it again. Alrighty then. Now I'm ready for the cactus. The period at the end of my design sentence. Hey, you guy. Oop. Got a little weed in there. I'm going to take care of that right now so that it doesn't become problematic later on. Get that dug out by the roots. Okay. All right. Now, I think I'm done. Let's see. Not bad. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, now, so that's it for the planting. I can roll. Remember when I had done the fountain and, I still didn't really have my bearings out here at all, and I thought I would create a barrier between A and B to create a visual, barrier, kind of like the way I do when I divide yards, when I'm doing installations in people's yards. But now that I know that this is going to be part of this, I can work some of these larger rocks back into the installation, and I feel like this one wants to live right about here. So I did a really nice thing for Bentley. We have this screen door on our double doors there, and I thought, well, I'll just leave the doors open and shut the screen so that he can watch Mommy and Daddy out here and, be part of it. Our neighbors came home, and he busted through the screen to go say hello to them. Very bad. So it's fine. Screen's fine, but now we know we can't trust him. Okay. All right. I don't know. That's too big. Let's see. Because I'm also limited on soil, and I don't have a lot of rocks to choose from, but yeah, that is not good. That is way too big. Let's get you rolled out of the way. Let me see, is that better or is that too small? Is this like Goldilocks and the Three Bears? Oh yeah, that's dumb. Okay, what if this? That's big too. You don't think? If I, another thing, here's another trick. If your boulders are too big, you can always bury them to make them smaller. How's that? Much better. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, yes, I'm feeling good about this because the next iteration, day 3 of this, will be more soil, so I can do a little more mounding here. I feel like I just need a statement right here. Nothing that's going to be tall, nothing that's going to compete with this. Just something really different from all of this right there. So don't know what that is right now, but I'll figure it out. Then in here, what would be really, really cool is maybe in my comings and goings, if I could have like a 1.5 foot really special, beautiful rock to put right here. Then the fountain will go in this area right here. Then I'm going to carry on my shade garden, and no worries, I'm getting rid of the red pot just as soon as I can get a replacement. I know that pot is not great. But yeah, so at any rate, I'm going to run pots, staggered sizes, all the way down here, in here, and a little bit around this corner. So I'll have, you know, this beautiful display of potted shade-loving specimens all the way to here. Then, of course, this will be my pots, my small boulders, my soil, you know, just the xeriscape cactus garden. That's going to be amazing. And then, did you show them from this angle how this looks? Not bad, right? I mean, it's the butt, but it doesn't really look bad. So yeah, I mean, who knew? I thought I was going to have to do a ton of planting in here, and now I know I don't. So I feel really good about the planting. I think now what I need to think about is getting a basin and having Greg install that fountain. We already have the fountain. We just need a basin. And then, you know, we're going to have, we've got jobs coming up. And so I'll be at the rock yard. I can get a cool rock to put there. Pick up a few bromeliads. Have Greg cut and cap that poly line back there because I'll be watering this by hand. And then we can figure out the top dressing. You know, I'll probably do another blend, just kind of a special blend of what I have and create something really interesting that'll be a real one-off. So yeah, that was fun. And, you know, despite the fact that it's hard for me to walk away from things when they're not done, I'm doing better. It's important. I'm not able to finish this today, and I need to be okay with that. And so I am. Thank you guys all so much for your support, for following, for suggestions. I feel like this is our installation. So thanks for subscribing, liking, sharing these videos with your garden-loving friends. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because the more subscribers that I have, the more YouTube is likely to recommend my videos to a broader audience. And I'm really eager to reach everyone that I can that can benefit from these as much as you do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful afternoon and the rest of weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow for Sunday Fun Day. Bye, guys.